What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome in to the Divine Feminist by Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you so very much for being here with me. As soon as I pressed record, I started hearing the sirens going off outside of my house. So this is going to be an urgent message. Urgent message. What do you need to know? What do you need to know, bestie? Here we go. We have the King of Cups. We have the Three of Cups, the Star. Okay, what do we need to know that's so urgent here? We have the Hangman. I'm just going to pull a spread and then we are going to find out what the situation is. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. All right, what's here? Oh, dear. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands and the Magician in the reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Bestie, it looks like you're going to be clocking someone for who they are. If they've been wearing some kind of mask here, you're going to be seeing it. This is giving warning type of energy. Let me tune into this and I will get the details. Here we go. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing right off the bat. Okay, there's someone in your orbit, right, who's making you feel something like genuinely excited, like you're feeling super hopeful, maybe even seen and understood in this way that you haven't felt in a while. Okay, we've got the King of Cups coming in like they've got that emotional maturity, emotional depth, and that calm, steady vibe that makes you want to trust it. Okay, and then the Three of Cups and the Star. Wow. It's giving reunion and celebration and wish fulfillment, okay? And this maybe this is finally aligned kind of feeling, okay? So it could be someone in your community or your workplace, your creative circle, somebody you're collaborating with or planning something with, right? Because we have the Three of Pentacles that's anchoring the whole situation. So it's not just this like passing flirt or somebody that you're just seeing once or whatever. It really feels like it's someone that you're actually working with or investing in, right? In some kind of tangible way. Like it could be a new friend, someone that you're really excited to work with, okay? In any area of your life. And I feel like you're super optimistic, right? You've been through enough to know that, you've been through enough to know what you want. And I feel like, it's looking really good. Okay. So you're vibing with their energy. The conversations are flowing. They could be validating your ideas or really just showing up as super supportive. Like they see your vision, right? They see your vision. And for a minute, I feel like you're thinking, okay, this is actually amazing. Like this could be something that is like a completely soul aligned connection, right? You're really optimistic about this situation. But then the Hangman comes in, like hold up. You know what I mean? I feel like Spirit's waving this huge like neon sign saying, pause for a minute. Don't rush into this. You need to look again. Okay. Because there's something about to come to light with this situation, with this person. And it's not necessarily about slamming on the brakes forever, but there's definitely something here that you haven't seen clearly yet, but it is crucial that you do. All right. And then, okay. So what comes up next? Let's talk about it, right? We drop into this next layer and with the Knight of Wands showing up, this is hot and fast energy and it's giving that impulsive, kind of charming vibe. Like this person really knows how to make an entrance. They know how to keep your attention, but bestie, that's not always a good thing, okay? This is the kind of energy that really burns bright and then has the potential to disappear just as fast, okay? So this is where it gets real messy with this Nine of Wands and the Magician reverse. This is where the warnings hit. This is why the sirens were going off when I hit record on this message, okay? This person isn't just like inconsistent. They might be manipulative. Okay, I'm talking gaslighting, charm turned all the way up and turning their charm into like a weapon, basically telling you what you want to hear just to get what they want. So it might not even be like super dramatic. It could be subtle, right? You could be texting back and forth and they're mirroring your values and talking about how aligned they feel, how they've never met anyone like you. But behind that, They're playing a game, okay? They're using emotional intelligence as a tool, okay? Not a connection point. So the Ace of Swords here, I feel like this is a moment where the illusion completely breaks, okay? And Spirit's going to show you exactly who they are. It could look like, oops, I just hit the camera. Sorry, bestie. It could look like, a slip in the conversation, okay? Or some random piece of information that crosses your path about them, or even your own gut feeling, like pulling really, really hard in the opposite direction away from this person. But once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Okay. It's a moment of clarity that really changes everything. It's like, ooh, what is this? Like it's a realization. Ugh, you'll be happy that Spirit kind of made you slow down to look at this person or the situation, right? So basically, what I'm seeing is this: we've got someone showing up in your world with a lot of light, a lot of charisma, and a whole lot of potential on the surface, okay? But beneath that, Spirit saying, wait, okay, hold up. Don't jump in just yet, because this connection might not be what it appears to be, right? And if you move too fast, you might find yourself in a situation where you're questioning your own perception, your own intuition, and your own worth, okay? And we are not doing that anymore. We are not playing those games. Nope, not us, okay? So I've got some questions, of course, to clarify this, because this is why we're here, bestie. We want to make sure that your eyes are wide open, because some people can be tricksy, and I'm not here to rain on your parade or be ants at your picnic. I know you're excited about this person, and please don't shoot the messenger. I'm really here as your bestie to help support you in, keeping you safe out there. Okay. All right. But let's find out right now, like, what is the truth behind this person's intentions towards you? Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be somebody that you're excited to connect with. It feels like a new connection. All right. Work, friendship, community, just hang on before, I know you're excited because our readings have been like, oh my gosh, you're aligning with your tribe, you're aligning with your blessings. But, we still have people with unclear intentions, okay, in our world, right? We've still got those people. Those people still exist, okay? So what is the truth behind this person's intentions towards you? Like, we really want to know if they're truly aligned, okay, or just saying what sounds good, right? Because right now, I'm not quite sure with this Nine of Wands and Magician in reverse. That is not giving awesome energy. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, we have the Five of Wands. This is our stalker card. It keeps coming up in our collective, and also with Turning Tides Tarot Collective. We have Seven of Pentacles. We have Death. Okay, interesting. We have Page of Pentacles. I'm just going to pop it over here because it kind of was like a bonus vibe. And I want to try to actually make this neat. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck. The dang Seven of Swords. Just as I said that, I got to put it there because I feel like it's totally relevant here. Okay, let me tune in. Okay, y'all, we need to talk about the truth behind this person's intentions, because, it isn't all sunshine and soul contracts, all right? Like, we've got the Page of Pentacles, right? The Five of Wands. This is showing up first. And I'm telling you right now, this is someone coming in with helpful, I'm going to do the air quotes. If you can see, where's my hands? I couldn't see them. We've got the helpful energy on the surface, okay? So they're offering support, they're offering advice, validation, right? Maybe even acting like they want to build something with you. But underneath the surface, I see tension. I see competition, right? And let's not forget the Five of Wands has been, our stalker card lately. This is someone who's secretly measuring themselves against you. All right. So I feel like, they're going to be out here, they're smiling and nodding, and underneath it, they're sizing you up. This is giving someone who's sizing you up. They're saying things like, oh, wow, you're so inspiring, but the energy behind it is, let me see how I can do it better. This is sneaky. This is someone who's not clapping for you, like, authentically. They're really watching your every move like it's some kind of playbook. Okay. So I need to talk about also the Seven of Pentacles. And this is like, I see you. I feel like you've been really investing in your time, your energy, your effort. You've been investing everything that you have into your vision, into something that really matters for you. Okay. So you've been out here planting real seeds, and this person, they're watching you do all that work. And I feel like they're trying to wait you out, to jump so that they can jump in at the right time and take what they can and spin it like it was theirs all along. Okay. This is driving me a bit bonkers. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera. And when I see death here, okay, spirit's making it clear to me like they don't want to collaborate. They want to end your momentum. So again, I'm glad that we're seeing this here right now. And this is really someone who, you know, if they can't ride your wave, they would rather crush the whole thing. It's giving if I can't have it, no one can energy. And I gotta be honest with you, I just dropped a reading yesterday over on the Turning Tides Tarot channel called Jealous Copycat Energy or something like that. And this right here is giving exactly that. All right. So if this message is really hitting for you, I would say go watch that one after this, because Spirit's kind of repeating a message here and it's for a reason. Now, okay, at the bottom of the deck is where, again, I feel like their mask is going to slip a little bit because we have the Page of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay. They look like they're here to explore something fun, something exciting with you, and maybe even creative. Okay. They look like they're here to do this with you, right? They're acting curious and interested and passionate, about what it is that you're doing. And the Seven of Swords, I mean, bestie, that is deception. Okay. It's someone taking notes on your brilliance so that they can claim it as theirs later on. Right. So, it's giving someone who's moving in silence, trying to play both sides, really, hyping you up in private, but not giving credit when it's time to shine in public. Okay. So you're dealing with a real performer here, not a partner, not somebody that you're working with. Okay. So again, this truth is that their intentions are definitely not pure. They're not here to build. I feel like they're here to borrow, to compete, and to replicate, to copy you, and the closer you let them, okay, in, right, the more access that they have to steal your fire or try to. So I feel like this is a warning message coming in from spirit, so that you don't hand over your vision to someone who's planning to wear it, like their own damn crown. Okay. We don't want to do that. So keep your, and you may have already, don't beat yourself up if you've already kind of shared information with this person. Just stop doing it from this point. Okay. This is your warning. This is like, okay, stop now, because spirit sees that this person's intentions are not pure for you, right? They aren't. So I have another question here. I want to know what's going to be revealed to you about this person, and how you're going to recognize it when it shows up. Okay. What exactly is going to be revealed to you about them? Because again, with that Hangman energy, this is like something is coming through, and the Ace of Swords, you're going to see it. Okay. So we have the Empress, which of course we love having the Empress here on the Divine Feminist. We have the Fool, the Lovers, interesting, all major arcana so far, and the Sun. Whoa, interesting. We have the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Huh. I'm going to make this make sense for the question here. Hold on, let me tune into this. Okay, so I'm super glad that I tuned into this, because there's a bit of a twist here, right? I asked Spirit, of course, what's going to be revealed to you about this person. And honestly, the cards that flew out really flipped the script in the best way possible, okay? Because we've got the Empress, the Fool, the Lovers, the Sun. I mean, let me tell you right now, this is not their energy, okay, bestie? This is yours. This is like a breakthrough. This is your breakthrough. This is you standing in your divine glow up era, okay? Fully aligned, heart open, spirit lit up, okay? And your path is literally expanding in front of you. So spirit's basically saying, like, what's being revealed is you, your light, your purpose, your next chapter. And this person, they're literally just the shadow clinging to your shine, okay? Because here's the thing, when you're walking in Empress energy, okay, fully rooted in self-worth, beauty, creation, abundance. Like people are going to come out of the woodwork just to feed off of your light, right? And when you step into the Fool, you're open to new experiences, right? You're fearless, you're joyful, you're ready to leap into, what's next, right? And it triggers those people who are stuck, right? When your life starts aligning with the lovers, okay? I mean, that's love, choice, divine union, real connections, right? It really makes people with like hollow ties and shallow intentions feel exposed, okay? And I just gotta say, like when you're radiating in the sun energy, I mean, bestie, it literally blinds people who live in the shadows, okay? It does. So, what's gonna be revealed here? This message is basically, I feel like this message is the reveal. All right. I feel like spirit's showing you, that your expansion is the very thing that's flushing this person out, right? As you rise, they're showing their true colors. Okay. They're reacting, not to who you pretend to be, but who you actually are when you stop kind of dimming your light. I know we say that a lot, but it's true. And these cards under the deck, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords, I mean, that tells the rest of the story. This person, they're bored, they're unfulfilled, and they're bitter, okay? They're literally sitting in their own stagnancy, scrolling through everyone else's wins, wondering why nothing good is happening for them, okay? And I feel like they're ignoring every opportunity to evolve, all right? So instead of doing their inner work, they resort to sabotage. And it sucks. I hate this, but it's here. We have the Ten of Swords. They have this history of betrayal. Okay, they might be really good at smiling at you in person, but they're trashing your name in private, which is awful. Okay, I'm sorry that this is happening, and I'm sorry that you were getting excited about this person. Like I feel for you. It's not. It sucks when this happens, especially when you're like, oh, I feel like this could actually go somewhere, this person, they're out here pretending to be supportive, but secretly, unfortunately, I feel like they're wishing that you'd fail so that they'd feel less inadequate. All right. Your light literally is triggering their demons. Okay. So this person does not have your best interest at heart. But here's what's beautiful. Okay. You're already ahead of the game. Okay. You're watching this reading, right? You're getting the clarity. And you're having this moment where spirit is really confirming everything that maybe you've been picking up on energetically. So, I feel like this means that you get to decide how you move now. Like you're fully aware, you're fully empowered, and you're not one bit naive. All right, bestie. Like this is not about shrinking to make others comfortable, right? It's really about owning your expansion and trusting the brighter your light, trusting that the brighter your light is, the more it exposes what doesn't belong in your energy field. Okay. So I just have one more question for this energy. I want to know what the best way is. Here, let me get my deck so I can shuffle. What is the best way for you to respond to this energy? Okay. And really stay in your own power while you're navigating this situation. Okay. So what's the best way for you to respond to this? And how can you stay in your power while you're navigating this energy? We have the Three of Wands, the King of Wands. Wait, yeah, okay, sorry. The Three of Wands, the King of Wands. Let's see what else wants to pop up for this question. The Two of Swords, okay. What's this? And the Nine of Pentacles, right. So now what's at the bottom of the deck? Look at that. I love to see justice come out in a reading like this. Honestly, I'm here for it. Okay. Okay, bestie, we've got the Three of Wands and the King of Wands. And I feel like Spirit's saying very, like, just loud and clear, right? Keep going, right? Keep looking ahead. Keep building. Keep dreaming, right? This is your confirmation that the path in front of you is literally wide open and you're already ahead of the game. Okay, you're already ahead of the game. You're the one who is the visionary here, right? You're the one with the calling. You're the one with the talent. You're the one with the drive and the motivation, right? And this person, they're just like noise on the outside, right? They're just noise, on the side of the road while you're going, right? they're just on the sidelines, right? So you're showing up here as the King of Wands, which means you don't just have the passion, right? You've got the presence. You're magnetic. You're a natural leader, right? And Spirit saying, do not shrink. Don't second guess. Don't let anyone knock you off course, okay? You've got too much going on for you. All right. And now the Two of Swords is where spirit gets a little spicy. This isn't time to over explain or to defend yourself or to try to make someone to try to make someone else see like your side of things. Okay. No, you already know the truth and that's enough. Okay. This is energetic blocking. Okay. This is going quiet, going cold, shutting down access to this person. You might not be able to like fully ghost if this is someone in your daily life, but you can absolutely stop giving them your energy. Okay. Don't feed the beast, right? Just quietly reclaim your space and keep your moves to yourself, right? And this Nine of Pentacles, this is you standing tall in your independence, right? You don't need their approval. You don't need their help. You don't need their input, right? You've got your own back. Spirit's got your back, right? You're out here doing your own thing and it's working, okay? This is definitely self-made energy. This is glow-up energy. And most importantly, this is peaceful, protected, untouchable energy, all right, bestie? And I just gotta say, this is like so sweet to see Justice at the bottom of the deck. Like, that's your confirmation that Spirit sees everything, okay? Spirit's seeing all this go down, the deception, the competition, the manipulation, right? It's not going unnoticed. You might not get like a big dramatic karmic explosion that you can witness in real time, although let's be real, sometimes you do, right? But just trust that this person will face the exact consequences that they deserve, right? Spirit's handling it, right? So I feel like you're about to receive something beautiful for how you've navigated this, like for staying grounded, for trusting your intuition, and for choosing yourself without stooping to anyone's level. This is totally unfair, okay? But you're not walking away empty-handed. You're going to be walking away elevated, right? I feel like Spirit is going to give you some kind of, like, the universe has to level out the energy. And because this is an unfair situation for you, I feel like the universe, Spirit, is going to have your back and is going to hand you a little bit of that an extra helping of blessings, okay? Just because you've had to deal with this on top of everything else. Like, come on, right? Just when you thought, you were aligning with someone, but again, Spirit's not letting it get very far. So you don't really have to worry, especially if you're tuned in. This is your message. This is your warning. All right, bestie. I do hope that this has been of help to you. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate all of your energy exchange and your likes and your comments. I read every comment. I try to heart every comment. And yeah, I just appreciate you being here, spending some time with me. And yeah, everyone who's been jumping on board with their support, either through Buy Me a Coffee or joining our membership here, where you do get early access to the readings. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It does mean the world to me, and it really does help support the work that I do. So y'all are the best. I hope you have a blessed day. I'm sorry this is happening, but I'm happy to be here to help, warn you. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the day. I will see you on Friday, and I hope you have a very blessed day, bestie. Take care.